What is also of note is that in the 800-page verdict that they have, there's essentially nothing.
Make no mistake, what we've seen today play out in a Hong Kong courtroom is a British man convicted of conspiracy to commit journalism. And I agree. Today, we're seeing the death knell for democracy in Hong Kong with what's happened to Jimmy Lai. And it's now time for the British government to work with its allies around the world and to ensure that this man can be brought home to his son Sebastian, to his grandchild, or to his wider family before it's too late and we see him die here in bars.
But what is surprising is that it's taken so long. We're almost 5 years in. He's spent the whole time in solitary confinement. As you would have heard from Martha, his health has rapidly declined. In fact, I was quite heartbroken to hear from my sister about all the reports, about what she was saying about his nails falling off, his muscles getting infected, his heart issues. I mean, there's no surprise that, in a Hong Kong prison cell, with the lights blocked off, she traps him there. So Hong Kong, which has, in the last 2 years, had 50 days above 33 degrees, it's much hotter in the south itself. So having a now 70-year-old man baking in there, you could guess that all these problems come just as a result of that. But I think what is also of note is that in the 800-page verdict that they have, there's essentially nothing. There's nothing that incriminates him. There's nothing that, even under their own legal system, would make him guilty. And so this is an example. This is a perfect example of how the national security law has been molded and weaponized against someone who essentially said stuff that they didn't like. I think if we're talking about smear campaigns, which is what the Chinese government might call what we're doing now, and the reporting that you guys are doing, I think it's hard to smear the Hong Kong legal system more than this judgment and more than this trial. The reason why I'm here is to free my father, and in order to do that, the UK government has to do more. We've been very grateful of this report. You would have seen the statement from our foreign minister about Cuba. But now it's time to put action behind words and make my father's release a precondition to closer relationships with China. Because how can you expect a fruitful relationship if they can't even put a 70-year-old man who's who's in such ill health on a plane and send him back home here in the UK where he belongs?